Hello, and welcome back to another video, second video on the channel. Now, a viewer requested for me to do a Nighthaunt video, which I'm extremely happy to do, and thank you very much for requesting that. So, looking at the Nighthaunt, I'm just going to be going over some of their good, strong units that I think are good, maybe a few tactics for them, and strengths and weaknesses of the whole army. Now, sorry, Nighthaunt, they're more of a horde army, I would say. They're very focused around having quite large hordes of infantry with some good strong characters to boost them and just do some killing themselves. So staple sort of infantry, they'll have the Dread Scythe, Harridans, Bladegeist Revenants, Chain Rasp Hordes, and other things along that, like Grimghast Reapers as well. They're very good in close combat, and especially with an unmodifiable save because of their ethereal ability, which gives them just makes them pretty hard to kill. So they'll either usually be saving on a 4-up or a 3-up, which is very good. Some of their main infantry, the Chain Rasp Hordes. The Chain Rasp Hordes, they're decent. They're very good in hordes. One attack, one range, standard sort of 2 attacks, 4+ to hit, 4+ to wound. So let's say out of those two, if you rolled like 4 dice, you'd be expecting like 2 to make it through ish. I don't know. And then the rend, which is none, which is not that good. But you can re-roll wound rolls of 1, that has 10 or more models, which is good. And the leader gives the unit a leadership of 10 instead of 6, which means there's a lot less chance of some running away. The whole army is pretty speedy. Like, they're not very fast, say as fast as Ideneth Deepkin or something like that, but they're fast. The main thing which they fall down on is ranged attacks. They don't really have any, if I'm correct, ranged attacks. They might have some, but that's definitely not their main focus. And also, they only seem to have 2 sort of sub-factions, I guess. I'm not sure what they're called, but like where you can choose and they each have their own special ability. There's only 2 of those, which doesn't give you that much variety. Sorry about that. So characters-wise, the Craven King is a good character, quite cheap in like money-wise. Good character. Let's have a look at the war scroll here. Oops. Now, he's got 7 wounds and an unmodifiable 4+ save, which is good. And the Spectral Scepter is very good as a weapon with 5 attacks, 3+ to hit, 3+ to wound, -2 rend, and D3 damage. That's good. Also, if I cannot rule, none shall rule ability is very good. So you have a chance to steal command points, which is like you have a 5-up chance to steal command points in the enemy hero phase, which is very good because you mean they can't have them and you get them. Also, he's very good at killing characters, I guess. Well, that's kind of his main thing, is with the Suffer No Rival ability. You can reroll failed hit rolls for attacks with the Spectral Scepter if the target is an enemy general, which is good. I was surprised to find out he wasn't a wizard, but that's, I guess, the way it is. But there is a sort of wizardy ability with the Soul Crushing Smite, which is pretty much an ability. A spell. But yeah, sort of. It's just an option to get the scepter to be better. He is pretty good. And also a very cool model. I love that model. It's very cool. The Dreadblade Harrows. One thing, they're cheap price wise, like $35 for two of them, and knowing Warhammer prices, that's pretty cheap. The Dreadblade Harrow. Uh, wait, Harrow? Wait, what? Sorry, my bad. Yeah, Harrows. Can't find them. So they're good. They've got some good weapons, and they can they've got an ability where they can, in their movement phase, instead of moving normally, you can remove them from the board and then set them up somewhere else on the board so they can kind of teleport around, I guess, which is very useful for flanking, and getting behind opponents and things, which is very useful. Now the Grimghast Reapers, I think from day one of the Nighthaunt coming out, or like the new models coming out, people realize they're very good because the Grimghast Reapers. They're good. They're like, I'm pretty sure in every competitive list you'll at least see one unit of them. An 8-inch movement and a 4+ unmodifiable save. That's pretty good. And their weapons, with the 2 attacks, 4+ to hit, 3+ to wound, and -1 rend. It's pretty good. And the fact that they each get 2 attacks, apart from the one with the Death Canal, is very good because, like, with the unit of all of them, that's going to be, I think, how many do you get in the unit? 10? Yeah, that's going to be 20 attacks. So that's a lot. And the Reap Like Corn ability is good. So it pretty much means they're better against units with lots of models. So they can reroll failed hit rolls, which is pretty good. I would very much recommend them in any list you're going to be planning because, yeah, of all of the good things they've got, and I'm pretty sure they're reasonably cheap for a unit which is that good. Yeah, so the Grimghast Reapers, a definite recommendation from me. Now that's kind of all of the main big things I would recommend. Of course, characters like Lady Oilander, probably butchered that name, are good, but I just picked out the ones which I think are very good. Oh, and also the Executioner is good as well because of the, pretty sure it's just a 5+ save. The Disembodied Skulls. So each time it takes a wound, it's a 5+ save. So you get a 4+ unmodifiable, and then a 5+, which is unmodifiable for a mortal wound, which is good. Yeah. Also, Staring Death in the Face. You can subtract 1 from hit rolls for enemy heroes, which is good if you're kind of in a duel. And the Beheading Strike is also great, so you can deal 3 damage with a single hit. And yeah, that's good. And also with Bravery 10, 5 wounds, and 6 move, that's a good character. I feel like all of the models in this army, yeah, like I said before, they're very hard to kill. Quite, I guess, relentless. And playstyles I'd recommend for them is, there's kind of like 2 main, I guess. One of them is slowly advancing up the board, being very relentless and kind of hard to kill, and just slowly creeping up and then slaying your opponents in melee combat. Or using things like the Dreadblade Harrows and kind of like coming in and attacking from unsuspected angles and then disappearing off into the mist or whatever foggy stuff there is, and kind of just doing fast attacks and counterattacks and flanks and things like that. That's pretty much all I wanted to cover in this video. If you would like to see any more of this, then please let me know in the comments, and I'll be very happy to do it if I can. So just explaining Age of Sigmar or 40k, or anything in between. Happy to look over and explain. If you like the video, please like and consider subscribing. Thank you for watching.